Hello, Vinyl community. My name's Terry, better known as the Rock and Roll Derelict. This is my first vinyl, VC vinyl video. So I'd like to thank everybody that's been putting the vinyl videos out and the vinyl videos, the VC videos, and thanks for all the hard work it takes to do it and the time that you guys put into it. Big shout out to Dot and Loops, a fellow that I watch a lot. I really enjoy Dan and his antics and all the knowledge he puts out. And also, of course, Derek is the grandfather of the VC community. And Vinyl Richie is one that I really enjoy watching a lot. And all the way back to a fellow went by the name of Punk Texas. I don't know if any of you've seen his videos, but great record browser videos that showed going into all kinds of places in the Dallas area. So thanks to all of you guys. I'm going to get started. These are all records I bought on a trip. We went to Orlando right at the end of the year. So these are a couple months old in the purchase. And my family's a big Disney family. And so anytime we go down to Orlando to go to Disneyland or Universal, I usually take a day off and go over to a couple record stores that I really enjoy. Great record stores. I've been to record stores all over the United States, and these are two of the best. So I highly recommend them. One's named Rock and Roll Heaven, and the other one is named Park Avenue CDs. So I'm going to try to keep these separate, but if they get mixed up as far as where they came from, I'll let you know. I'm also big into letting people know what I paid. I know people don't necessarily like to say what they pay for the records, but I find for all shoppers, new shoppers, old shoppers alike, it's nice to know what people are paying out there. So, whether you're getting ripped off or whether you got a good deal yourself or whether it's something you want to pursue. If you like the music, you want to go for it and just pay that kind of money. So anyhow, I'm going to get started. I don't know a lot about all these artists. These are artists that I've seen on the VC community, and some of them are from the psych era. And so I'll just get started. This is the first one I picked up was Tomorrow. This was from Rock and Roll Heaven, and this was $25. This was a reissue. It says it's on Parlophone, but I don't know what the reissue company is. Obviously, most of you guys know the Tomorrow album, and so that was my first one. The next one is After Tea, another one that I think I heard Dan play on Dot and Loops. Excellent record. This one I paid $30 for, a little expensive, but brand new reissue. Again, Rock and Roll Heaven, and I was glad to find it and said, in good shape and save on shipping charges. So that's one thing I was thinking about when I bought it. Here's another one that I saw. The first time I saw it, I go, I'm not really a big heavy metal fan. And I go, it's got to be heavy metal. But of those of you who know this album, it's not heavy metal. It's really kind of folk psych. So it's after listening to it, what I do a lot is I'll be watching a video. I pause it. I go to Spotify, see if they've got it, check out a few tracks. If I do, I'll go to eBay and see what it's running price-wise and maybe watch an album or two just to see how it goes. And that's kind of how I do it. So anyhow, Comus, this one I paid $43 for. So this was probably the most expensive record. This was the most expensive record I bought on this trip. But it's a new reissue, brand new record. So they're all hard to come by. Big Groundhogs fan. I've got from originally when they came out, I bought Who'll Save the World and Split, and I think one other that I bought, Blues Obituary. No, this is Blues Obituary. I can't remember the third one that I bought from when I was a kid buying records. So I really like the whole Groundhog thing, the kind of the blues rock genre thing, and so this one is obviously a reissue. I think this Sunday's. This was $28, and again, not to justify the price, but a new reissue. To get that album original on eBay or Discogs is going to be way more than that. This is an interesting album. This is called the Babe Rainbow. They're an Australian group. This is I think it's a 2017 release. So this was something that when I go to record stores, if they've got listening booths, I'll sit there and listen to all the different stuff they've got out to listen to just to check out new albums. So this is one of the things that was a new album, a new listening. And it's, I wouldn't necessarily call it psychedelic. It has some psychedelic tendencies and leanings, kind of vocal harmony. They're like I say, they're from Australia. They're Donovan Frankenreiter ish, and but they've got cool music, and it was very interesting. So I picked it up. This is $24. I'm also into the whole. Kind of, I love spacey music, from my old stoner days. So, go the whole, German spacey stuff. Goat is one of those. This is their world music album. This is an English pressing. So, and it also has a die cut sleeve, which is kind of interesting. The American version does not have this. So. The Goat album was only $26 bucks. The next one I got was the Big Pretty Things fan. I think they're a really underrated band for all the years they've been together and all the different types of music they've done. I mean, they've been together before the Stones, so Pretty Things are something that's a group to check out if you don't know anything about them. If you know about them, then you know this is their Sgt. Pepper sort of thing. So anyhow, I didn't have this. This was a reissue, but it's done in the style of the original album that came out. I think I'm not sure when it was issued, but it was 69, 70, something like that. This was $25. Something else I heard on Dot and Loops that he played that I really enjoyed, a different sounding album, was this Friend Sound, and this has a couple of members of the Paul Revere and the Raiders. It's got some West Coast sound, psychedelic stuff. It's a real spacey kind of weird nonsense going on, but it's all good and it's all fun. This one was $25, a brand new reissue. Another group I'm into is Family. I love Roger Chapman's voice. And this was at Rock and Roll Heaven. They had the first one. It was 40 or 50 bucks. Their first LP. I can't remember the name of it, but anyhow, I think this is their second or third, something like that. And this was $20. So, and it's in great shape, and it's a good price for this album, Family. The other thing while I was there, I have a decent little reggae selection. I'm a big reggae fan. I've been collecting reggae music for quite a while. I don't have a lot of LPs. I got a ton of CDs of reggae, but so they had a big fan of Culture. Joseph Hill was the lead singer for Culture. He's since passed away. This is a double live album. I've never seen this on CD or LP. This was, I think, $25 and excellent condition, looks brand new. And so if you're into kind of roots reggae, Bob Marley-ish type stuff, you've never heard of Culture, check them out. Excellent. The other one that I picked up, this was also from Rock and Roll Heaven. This is the next most expensive record I bought. This is an English issue of a Trojan Records, the Heptones. Leroy Sibbles was one of the lead singers. He went on to do some solo stuff, quite a famous reggae artist. And this one was $40, which more than I typically would pay for a record. But I'm trying to expand my LP reggae selection. And the Heptones are renowned for their vocal harmonies and stuff. So that's why I picked that up. At Rock and Roll Heaven, I actually picked up this, or Park Avenue CDs. Don Drummond, his famous trombonist, originally played for the Scatolites. He was on a ton of the early reggae stuff, and he also played with the Specials later on the two-tone sound out of England. And he has also a bunch of solo stuff, but it's hard to find and very expensive. So I was really happy to find this is 2016, a double LP release, and I really like his trombone playing, excellent reggae music. So that's why I picked this up, and this was $30. So where Rock and Roll Heaven does have new records, and it has a million. It's three huge rooms. Each room could be a record store in itself. One room is just CDs, and the other two are LPs. But it's mostly their used stuff is what they're known for, and they've got a great, obviously, psych and garage rock section as well. Now, Park Avenue CDs was originally a big CD store, huge CD store. And then slowly, I've been going there for 14 years, 15 years, and slowly the CD selection is sinking, and the vinyl selection gets bigger and bigger. But they're mostly known for their new. If you want new vinyl, you go to Park Avenue. So they have a better used new selection. So I went through their new used CDs, which are very fairly priced. And I picked up, this is Drew Holcomb and the Neighbors, his album Souvenir. This is his most recent LP. Drew Holcomb is a Nashville-based singer, if I'm not mistaken, singer-songwriter, not hard rock, rockish, great music, enjoy his stuff. And this was $15. So the other thing I picked up was a couple Robert Wyatt albums. They were both in the used new section. So Old Rotten Hat, and Dawn to Stand, both Robert Wyatt albums, $15 a piece. New, obviously reissues, but for Robert Wyatt, any of that Canterbury stuff, it goes for very pricey nowadays. So I was happy to find them. I don't have any solo Robert Wyatt stuff, so I was happy to find that. The other thing I'm into as well is down-tempo, trip-hop, late chill style music, mostly in CDs. There's not a lot of LP stuff that came out with the whole chill section down in the early 2000s. So I've got a ton of CDs of chill, down-tempo stuff. But one of my favorite groups is the Brazilian-influenced Gotan Project. This is their first LP. I have the CD. I had never seen the LP and was happy to find it. Added to my collection of records. But this was also only $15, which is a pretty good deal. The last thing I'm going to show you is the third record I went to, record store, spacing on the name. I think it's Reckless Records, but it's a small little record store in between Rock and Roll Heaven and Park Avenue CDs there in Orlando, all in the same little 3-mile radius. So it's quite easy shopping when you go there. But it's an album that I've been wanting for quite a while. It's the Small Faces Ogden Nut Flake Tobacco album, and that's actually the round one with the full fold out and everything. This was it says a 1975 UK reissue. I paid $40 for this, and looking it up on Discogs when I was there, it was definitely a decent price. Great condition, and was happy to find it, add it to my collection. It's a great album cover, and anybody that collects records knows they want this one. So anyhow, that's about it. I want to thank everybody for who watches this. Happy to finally join the vinyl community with a video. Thanks for all the time and effort you guys put into these things, and all the information that I get from it, and enjoyment, and keep up the good work.